Welcome. This is a super special one shot. I have some amazing guests here today. I am so excited. Just the preparation that has got into this and the I can't even share all of it because so many spoilers, but just know that I am thrilled to be here tonight. And thank you all for tuning in, catching us live. If you're catching us in the VOD after, thank you so much. This will also be up on YouTube, so no matter where you're watching it, thank you. But, as we are getting started a few minutes later than I wanted to, I'm going to jump into a little bit of backstory. 6 months ago, the SMV Titan, a massive mining vessel, found an asteroid belt containing the largest deposit of platinum that it had ever discovered. Considering that discoveries like this draw scavengers from every corner of space, crew had to work fast. 4 months of double shifts for an entire 300-person crew was brutal, but necessary. Even though it left everyone with a hefty payday, it also left them with ship-wide hallucinations, paranoia, and insomnia. Mining Team Echo, team you're about to meet, was scheduled for some R&R on the CS Harligan. A few weeks of gambling, drinking, or whatever vices they may indulge in did little to help with their mental states. Whereas for some reason, they all seem to have trouble sleeping. Strange dreams have been plaguing their nightmares and keeping them from getting much rest. There are certainly drugs that help to induce sleep, but even those start to have side effects after a while. Now, on their trip back to the Titan, they all feel an eerie hole in the pit of their stomachs. Some parts of their subconscious don't really want to go back, for whatever reason. Whatever it may be, the end of the trip is marked by the sight of the Titan outside of the command deck window from their transportation vessel. Though they must be on the maintenance cycle because there are no exterior lights on. There are no maintenance drones buzzing around, and the docking bays are closed. In fact, when Mining Team Echo hails the mothership, there is no answer. We already have a redeem that I am very excited to see in action. But before we get to that, let's introduce you to our cast. Hello there, Mining Team Echo.
Hello.
Hello.
Um, why don't we start left to right down there with Sam? Why don't you give us a quick rundown of who you were playing tonight?
Oh, gonna start with me. Hi guys, I'm Sam. I go by Scribbles. You can find me as Scribbling Penny on the internet. But tonight I will be playing Vic, your personal healthcare companion. All is fine.
as,
Hello.
as it should be.
Yeah. My name is Mitch. You can find me on Twitter at Mitch S. Bustios. Today I am playing Bugs, Flesh Doctor.
Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I go by Savage Sparrow on the internet. You can find me at Savage Sparrow and savagesparrow.com for my awesome website of apparel and accessories. Tonight I am playing Rebecca Hudson, also known as Bex, the reluctant EXO who just wants to do the job, get paid, and go on to the next job.
Hi, everybody. I will be playing Staff Sergeant Donald Ray Carter. Loyal Soul. lifer for the crew. Yeah, the guy with the big gun and not necessarily the biggest brain, perhaps. You can find me over on a Penny for the Tail every night with. Check us out over there. Haven't already. Graciously joined us a couple of times to save our butts, drag us out of the fire. So
Heck yeah. All right. Well, introductions out of the way. As your vessel, your small 5-person transportation pod, slowly now coasts its way towards the Titan. No one answering your hails, no lights on, not a soul in sight. What would you guys like to do?
some don't look right, Bex.
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine. Everyone just needs calm. Okay? Mason?
See, every time you say things like that in that specific way, it tends to create the opposite effect than the words that you are saying.
Yeah, you man. Yeah, man. You give me the will.
Hopefully, I am the greatest fear.
I am
Right.
sensing increased heart palpitations. Would you like to do some breathing exercises?
Robots, unfeeling, unthinking, stupid.
Hey,
Come on, man. That's just
yeah, Nick has done way more for this crew. Like,
don't
no.
listen to him.
It is okay.
Oh,
I
I
do
don't.
not.
It's a toaster, right? It's supposed to. Can't be mean to a toaster. But I love this.
Yeah, Pig. Next time. Just,
Could only distribute what is necessary.
can we program her with a sense of humor?
I
Can
am
somebody
programmed
get
to
on
tell
that?
jokes.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
It is part of my bedside manner training.
Oh, it's a joke then. Something to alleviate the tension.
Look at Bugs's face. I made them laugh.
I was not expecting that. All right.
Well played, Vic.
Well done. Well
All
done.
right. So you had mentioned that there was a possibility that just a me.
I mean, that's probably the only logical explanation.
Yeah. Is there a way, like, because what we can tell, there's nothing on the outside of the, other things docking, like damage, anything to that.
From your perspective, the few docking bays that are typically open in the ship are all closed. You don't see any external damage. It just looks like the Titan is floating, derelict.
Go in, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be a protocol for this, right?
Is there
mean-
a protocol for this?
The Titan is not hailing our responses.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Possible down or
We
you
double
know,
check that.
not from me. All right. Let's go in. Things look dodgy. And we'll leave. But we're probably just a fuss out of nothing. But he probably just it's an old ship. Things break all the time. I'm honestly surprised that rust bucket is still floating. And yeah, like remember the time corporate forgot to upgrade our water filters and we were tasting lead for 3 weeks? Like it's probably just another budgetary.
Yeah, man, we used to call it Sweetwater.
I mean, it's most likely recycled piss. You
God,
drink our
how
water.
do you ruin every?
Just stating a fact that your pee is often recycled.
I mean, yes, that's literally how space works. I
So
don't know
you're
why you
drinking.
need to point this out every single time.
Speaking of lead,
Get real
Good
fun
for
at
you.
parties, ain't shit.
Pick. I assume you're piloting.
Yes.
So you do, of course, have the override codes to your own specific docking bay. Right now, that seems to be the only way to even get into the ship.
Yeah, I guess start to uh pull it in. And again, if anybody can do anything like double check that things are at least safe from this end, that would be cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you punch in the code, send it off to the Titan, there is that usual unhinging of the bay doors that you're used to. But the normal decompression procedure seems to be failing. As soon as the doors open, there is just dozens of pieces of small machinery, of cargo, of other unidentifiable objects that are all just jettisoned out of the cargo bay.
What the hell, man?
fortune.
Um, so now this ore and stuff that we were retrieving.
Some of it, yeah. It looks like they didn't quite get through processing all of it.
Ugh. God damn these seasonal hires. Oh my god, that's gonna lose us.
Well,
Pick, how much in inventory is that lost?
Pick is silent for a moment as they I believe that has lost you 6,242 credits.
God.
get that back. Just figure out the trajectory, the speed that it's going, and we'll be able to plan out where they'll be after this whole thing is done.
Then that takes us off course. That costs extra fuel, which delays the rendezvous further. Which
It
ends
won't
up.
be more than like 5 minute journey with the ship's engine. Trajectory of decompressed object. So speed isn't high enough for it to be.
Do not recommend this course of action. Crew is tired. They need rest. We should board the Titan.
That's
Yeah. Can't do anything till we find out what the hell is happening and who's on the job.
I don't
Would you
feel
like to
right.
do some breathing exercises?
No,
Nobody wants
breathing
to do
just
goddamn
fine,
breathing
sweetheart.
exercise.
I am sensing
Listen.
increased levels of stress.
Yeah. Bots, man. Look,
Alright.
something ain't right. Let me go on board. At least do it and out of the air.
You are slightly inebriated. I do not recommend you go alone.
I'll go
Always
with you.
slightly inebriated. Know this. My history. Just call that trigger oil.
I'll go with you.
The hell you will.
Just scientists on board. Sure that the air quality and everything else is good. See
And
what
read a
exactly
damn
happened.
dial. Let me take a peek inside before anybody else gets off the boat. Just in case. Look, it's my job to keep y'all safe.
He's not back within 20.
Oh man, give me 5.
We do not leave our crew.
Just
No.
for the greater
See it.
safety. If he goes down,
See, this is why I love you.
No,
And the
don't
rest
leave
of
our
us
Take
crew
back
can't.
behind.
everything bad I ever said about it.
If I was capable of love, I would love you too.
That is somehow super sad and super happy at the same time.
Also oddly unsettling.
Okay.
It's possible. During the early 2000s, people used to play visual dating games and they would form relationships with AIs, even marrying them at times.
Talking about what that was,
Yeah.
well, probably a reason they died off.
I mean, between technology and all that sort of stuff, there's nothing a robot can't satisfy. Sexual interests, emotional support.
Man,
Please
there's
let
something to
pigs
be said.
stay within the limits of their job.
With that,
Something to be said for a heartbeat.
as the ship is pulled into the docking bay, are you closing the doors back behind you to repressurize the bay?
Yeah.
You do also have vac suits in your little transportation vessel, should you need them.
Yeah. So I was thinking up completely just in case. Shenaniganery. Arming up with whatever small arms I have available.
Okay. You do have a smart rifle that you just have tucked away in your gear. But basically, what you have on your character sheet at the moment is what you have access to.
So yeah, I would like to take my smart rifle and I would grab one of those vac suits up for
Okay. It takes a few minutes to fully don the suit, to attach the air tank, but eventually you are now free to enter the pressurized docking chamber of the Titan. You step out, and it's quiet. You're used to the hum of machinery, the just ambient noise of dozens of workers all talking, shouting, all working. But there's just nothing. What would you like to do?
We have community.
You do. You have short
Talk
range
with them.
communicator in your battle dress.
So just checking in from side of various places. Right.
Loud and clear.
Right on, right on, right on. Moving forward.
Okay. One second.
Remember your breathing exercises while you are out there.
Oops. That went into the wrong chat. So you have the barracks, which you could get to. You have the mess hall, and of course you have the elevator up to the managerial floor, where like the floor supervisors, people like that would be staying.
Oh, for no ulterior motives, I will head towards the mess hall.
Okay. Would you, for the first roll of the game, make me a fear save? You did. That is a critical success. So, as you
Nerves of steel.
apparently, as you start making your way across the eerily vacant cargo bay towards the mess hall, you're used to the sounds of, the radio broadcast playing, of just general banter. And again, empty. The smell of now rotting food hits you as the doors open.
Oh, fuck.
What are you seeing, buddy?
See, I don't think that. Not necessarily nerves of steel. He is just a little hungover and is not really paying attention to how quiet it is. And then when the smell hits him, it's a little. Yeah, that's not good.
Your stomach
Seems
acid
like.
levels are rising.
Oh God, don't remind me. Uh, yeah, Bex. It's or is that man? The smell smells like 3-day-old turd in here.
You pass any computers? Any
God
ways to jack
damn it.
in?
Yeah.
Oh, plenty.
Uh,
All right. Let's all go. Sounds
um,
like
let me.
something shorted out again.
I'm gonna check out the barracks and on back to the ship.
Don't go
I'll
too
keep you
far.
posted. No, just one more round, and I'll head over onto the barracks.
Okay. The common room where everyone gathers. You can see the furniture that usually adorns all of the walls and uh, kind of the circular room that connects out to various hallways that all branch into their, individual rooms. The furniture has been tossed. Some of it's been shattered against the wall, some of it's just been flipped. Uh,
Fuck.
what was a massive, like, hard table in the center of the room is just shattered to pieces. And it is soaked in blood.
So his initial reaction. Oh man, I love that card table. And then he sees the blood. kind of gets down on one knee and shines a light where you can see it. Once he realizes it is blood, he immediately backs up and heads back towards the ship. Bex, we got a problem.
Going on?
This place looks like some hell of a fight broke out. There's blood everywhere, man.
You take a sample.
Hell no, I ain't touching shit. I'm getting my ass back to the boat.
Yeah.
Open
What is
that door for me when I get there, and do not open it for anybody else.
done? What is the protocol in this situation? Like, also like how far can our ship go and all of that?
You had about an extra couple days worth of fuel just in case you had to take a detour through, an asteroid field or something. But this, you would basically travel for 2 days and then float through space if you were to take off
Okay.
again. Of course, you could
All right.
refuel your ship.
Yeah. And I'm assuming we can't refuel it in the area where we are.
You could get to the refueling station from where you are, but you don't have the codes to break that lockdown.
Okay. And who would have those codes? Would it be in the computer or like
Probably
captain?
one of the floor managers.
Okay. All right. So we need you, Ray, get back here ASAP. We can't actually make it very far, without, the fuel that we have right now. So we're going to have to, yeah. Nick,
Well,
is there a way that you can boost our signal from this ship to literally anyone saying what the situation is and getting the word out so that way, in the event of our horrible demise, somebody is at least aware of it?
Would you like me to transmit an SOS call?
That seems like a decent idea, considering we're a bit out of our depth here.
Shall attempt to broadcast this now. As Pick goes over to one of the computer consoles and will attempt to widen the broadcast range.
Yeah, make a computer check for me.
Ooh.
Using your intelligence.
Right, take a second to roll.
You put in the command. You, of course, fingers flying on the keyboard. This is second nature for someone like you. But the outbound communications are locked. There is no messages in or out.
I am unable to transmit or receive messages. I am unable to transmit or receive any SOS calls.
Is something jamming us?
No. It's just it looks like someone put in the command to isolate this ship, to fully sever the communications from the inside.
Okay.
The ship
can
has
fix
gone
that.
black. There are protocols for this. In the event of a viral outbreak or some other sickness, I do believe we must board the Titan.
Wait. In the event of a viral outbreak or sickness, we have to board the ship containing the viral outbreak or sickness.
I am programmed to be a service. If there are people on the ship that need help, I must assist them.
But at the same time, wouldn't that violate quarantine protocol?
The
Ian,
oxygen filtration system on your vac suit should assist with any viral or quarantine protocols.
also being
Fucking
an
hope so.
android, Pick is
Somebody gonna come let me in or what?
immune to things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, plan. We need to figure out how to restore communications. We need to get the codes to begin refueling. And we need to get the fuck out of here. Sound good?
Yeah.
First
That
stop,
is a
I'd imagine,
decent
needs to
plan.
be the bridge, so that we can maybe restore communications. But I ain't going up there by myself.
No. We travel as a group.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Let's get into vac suits. Just in case. Right? Cause did Ray get into a suit going on there?
Yeah, he's already in it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So, sit tight, Ray. We're getting suited up. We'll join you in a second. Just in case there is anything gnarly on that suit of yours.
Yeah. All right. I'll sit tight, and I'll just kneel down right outside the door of the airlock and just constantly scan the hallway
Okay.
coming down.
Once we enter the Titan, I will begin a timer. When the timer runs out, your oxygen filtration systems will need to be replaced.
Cool.
To know how much time we got, Pick.
See?
Well, your individual oxygen tanks have 15 minutes worth of oxygen. Ray is down to about 13.
That's why we practice breathing exercises. If you are panicked, you will breathe faster, and your oxygen will deplete quicker.
Ray, as you're scanning the hallway there, will you roll your military training for me? With your intelligence.
Military with intellect.
Okay.
Ooh.
And there are the flash of lights occasionally from down the hall from just that red ambient glow of emergency power that comes on and blinks out, comes on and blinks out. And there's just a moment where it looks like maybe something is being illuminated by that red light, but then it goes off. And when it comes back on, there's nothing there.
We that Andoran shit. Don't knock your ass out.
You okay,
Starting to
buddy?
see things. Yeah, just my eyes playing tricks on me.
Okay. I mean, you saw some weird stuff already. I wouldn't be surprised if all of us are gonna start jumping at Shadow soon.
Man, I've seen worse than that. There wasn't even any
Ray,
bodies. Hang on a
it has
second.
been 17 hours since you have last slept.
Yeah, it's alright. I've been taking my no dose. Uh, there weren't any bodies, were there?
Nope.
Hmm.
You know, now that you mention it, that's a little weird. That much blood, no bodies. Y'all hurry
Yeah.
up. I want to go take another look at that. Look at the common room.
Okay.
Rick, is there like an extra flashlight or bright light source of some kind that we can bring with us?
Your suit comes with a built-in headlamp.
Oh,
All right.
I
As
want
you
to go
all
take another look.
do step out into the cargo bay, would the rest of you now make a fear save for me? Everyone but
Okay.
Ray.
So how do we roll this?
On your sheets, if you just
Uh-huh.
click fear on the right-hand side.
Oh no.
Okay. Uh,
Oh, sorry, Ray. You did gain 1 stress from your failed check. Rebecca and Bugs, you both also gain a stress from your failed fear.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 stress total, right?
Yep.
Cool. This is gonna go great.
All right. So
Wait, didn't
I go ahead.
succeeded on my fear check, didn't I?
Yeah, you failed the military training check.
Oh, that's right.
Every failed check will build 1 point of stress.
Do that. That goes okay. All right. I got it. I got it. Sweet. All right. 3. Boom.
Heck. With a critical
There is
failure.
something wrong here.
Taking
Yeah,
a
right there.
small step back to when the rest of the crew was doing R&R, and you were on the ship, running through your maintenance cycles, running through data, keeping yourself busy. You don't dream, of course. But the data you collect from your crew members, especially in the past couple weeks, you just can't quite get it out of your head. And it's not data that makes sense, it's images of them being left behind, of them calling out for you, and you simply leaving them. Will you add 2 points of stress?
No.
Now, with the rest of you all stepping off, are you all headed towards the barracks?
Going to a computer. Closest one I can hack into.
Oh yeah, they're all over the place. At every door, at every, all of the different, like actual docking bays, all over the place.
Yeah. Would this place have an artificial intelligence as well?
It does.
All right. Then I'll hack into it and see if I can get it back online.
Great.
So
Let's
we'll take point naturally.
Bugs. Yeah, roll your
Hacking.
artificial intelligence skill
Oh, nice.
using intelligence.
Using strength. Oh God, I can't succeed on stuff. One
Yeah.
roll.
What little bit of the AI that you can access from here, it's fragmented. As soon as you try to tap into it in any way you can, getting through any firewalls that seem to be up for no reason, any ship's precautions, any automated defenses that went up, you know how to get through, usually. Now, as soon as the AI is brought online at this terminal, you hear, "Welcome, crew!
Hello?
I am terribly sorry."
Identify.
What? What? Please repeat command.
Identify. What is this ship? How many are on board? How many are still alive? What's your current status?
Welcome, visitor. You've reached the Titan, one of the best. I'm sorry. Please repeat command.
You poor thing. if I can't bring you back, I might just have to put you out.
Are we all hearing this?
Oh yeah, from the speakers from the console.
Yeah. Well, hold up a second. Has there? Where's the crew right now? Can you locate them?
Welcome to the Titan. Please repeat command.
I don't like this, Bex.
Can I try using jury rigging to like, uh, you know, figure out some sort of workaround to like, boost it or do something like
Absolutely.
that?
Go for it. Bugs, take 1 point of stress for the failed test.
I'm
Oh,
assuming it's intellect, right?
Yep.
Or strength. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Barely. You managed to just futz around with the console for just a minute, knowing that your oxygen supply is not infinite, but you are able to tap into the last voice logs that were accessible from this console. One seems to be from the floor manager. One seems to be a ship-wide message from the captain. And one, there is no source. It is just a garbled mess of letters and numbers.
Okay. What is the one from the floor manager?
As you open the file, a voice that you've all heard before. Oh, damn it. The hell is happening? Yesterday, all the damn doors kept closing around the ship, kept going into lockdown for no reason. And now today it's saying that none of us have access anymore? Are you serious? Piece of shit. Can't wait to go on R&R.
And then the one from the captain?
You open up the ship-wide announcement. Crew, something's happening. All of you, you can arm yourselves, do it. If you can find a safe place to hide, do it. If you can get to security, I don't know what it is, but something. And it cuts out.
Okay. And then I'm assuming the one that's just letters kind of sounds like the stereotypical like.
Oh, it is a reach of dial-up that you actually have to just lean away from and cut off the comms to your vac suit for
Yeah.
a second. It is so loud.
All right.
Does Pick understand any of it?
That is a great question. Roll another computers.
Yeah, we'll try.
Or
Success.
there's what was an audio log, but whoever this was that was speaking the audio log that was trying to upload it, there was something that attacked the system as they were doing it, and it caused fragmented words and messages of attack, of help. It sounds like an SOS message that just did not go out.
Pick will keep this information to themselves because they do not want to initiate panic.
Okay. Because Gypsy did redeem I think that was the 1,500 point channel point redemption.
no.
After the hissing and screeching of that message dies, there's a response from deeper into the ship of something screeching out in return, almost calling back to you.
Don't like that.
What the fuck was that, Bex?
We need bigger guns.
I am
Like-
sensing dramatically increased stress
It's been
levels.
a very, very long time, and this is when I get to say I fucking told you so.
Listen. At no point did I disagree with you, okay? I just want that understood. We need big fucking guns. Yeah. All right. So, fuck.
Half of me wants to get back on that boat. Yeah. Other half of me wants to go find out what the hell that thing was.
Well, we at least need to connect the fuel lines.
Yeah. All right. But we have to find a fucking floor manager first.
Well, I mean, there ain't no power. Even if you can get to the fueling bay, I mean, we got to get the lights back on first, otherwise them pumps ain't gonna work, man.
Might be a
Same time.
manual.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter even if we don't have those codes. Okay.
If we can get to the bridge and we can get this thing restarted, we can get some lights on, or at least get some emergency power going. We can, have a better idea of what's going on. Maybe that'll fix your problem. Turn it off,
Yeah.
turn it back on again, like I always say.
And maybe cameras and such, see what exactly happened here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. If we can that message said get to security. If we can get the lights on and we can get down to security, hey, maybe they got some bigger guns.
Or at the very
And,
least, if anybody's left alive, they might be holed up
That's
there.
where they're going to be.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Bugs and
Keep your eyes-
Pick, you also would both know that you could access the bridge commands from security.
Ooh. Let's go to security. That's closer, easier to get to. We
Hey,
can
man,
access the bridge command from there. And
I'm
there
all
might be
about
some more
fast.
weapons.
So security it is.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Also, do you think it could have been a rogue AI? Some sort of virus into this AI program that caused it to become murderous?
So you ruminate on that while we get moving.
Yeah.
I
You
will.
just tell me left or right, all right, Pick?
Yes. You
And I'm
have
gonna-
6 minutes of oxygen remaining.
Yep, don't remind me. I'll just try and breathe nice and slow.
Right.
You are doing your best.
Sure are.
So,
You're damn right.
marching order. Who's in the lead?
I'll be out front.
Okay.
I'll take point.
I'll be number 2.
Will be 3.
I'll pull up the rear.
Okay. One of you has it. Is it?
A rocket launcher? Yes.
Bugs, you have a portable computer. A wrist-mounted computer.
Oh, hell yeah. Can I download a map real quick of the ship with on it?
Yeah. Considering the work that you guys have put into the terminal so far, you could absolutely get a map, and you would have access to all of the local cameras.
Oh, definitely going to be peeking on it, making sure that wherever we're going to has no movement.
Okay.
And leading them to security.
As you find the security cameras, the little screen illuminates from your wrist, showing you the security checkpoint, the large doors that are typically used to keep, should this ship be boarded, they could be closed, and no amount of explosives or mining lasers are getting through that door anytime soon. Those doors are shut. And there are dark handprints, which in the black and white camera it's hard to tell color, but you have a pretty good idea of the smears that cover that door.
Right. Just to let you know, when we get to security, it'll be closed, and also there will be a graphic and most unpleasant sight.
Lovely.
A graphic and most unpleasant sight. You do have a way with words, Doctor.
Thank you. That's kind of a poet in my spare time.
I appreciate it. Creeps me the
You
fuck
say
out.
that it is graphic, but your stress levels are not increasing.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Nothing
I
at
am
all.
glad to hear that.
Nothing at all worrisome about that.
Oh, not one bit. All right. Moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll a quick thing.
I picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue.
Perfect.
If you require a stim pack, I will be able to supply you one.
It was a joke.
Ha, ha, ha.
That's unsettling. I take a stress.
That's what creeps you out.
It's not the
Man,
blood.
I just started talking about rogue AIs.
I mean, surely your own friend, your android companion, would not be
Yeah.
hiding anything from you.
No.
I have no
They're so
friends.
wholesome and nice.
Mm-hmm.
My best friend is the guy with the gun.
Speaking of the guy with
If
the
I'm
gun,
your best friend, you got bigger problems, man.
I do.
with Staff Sergeant Ray Carter in the lead, you all slowly make your way down the hall, that red ambient glow coming to life, and then fading, and you're left with nothing but your headlamps. And the glow coming back, and Ray, being in the lead, on point, seeing everything first, you see that red light come on, and there is just this dark liquid that is barely visible under that red light that is, for lack of better term, splattered across the hall. Across
Hold
the
up.
floor, the walls, the ceiling. It is everywhere.
A halt. Then I'll move forward by myself with my headlamp to kind of examine it.
Okay.
Hey, Doc, you might want to come take a look at this.
Yeah. I'll step forward, taking out a little glass vial.
Okay.
And I'm doing like a constant sweep looking for whatever
Yeah.
might have caused said flash of redness.
The
Same.
hall further down does open up into the actual checkpoint with, like about 3 foot tall barriers set up to kind of help corral people. They're not necessarily big enough that they would stop anything coming through, but it's more just to help form queues, things like that. And those are all knocked over, broken. You can see one that was actually like tossed up towards those locked security doors and actually jammed up into part of the wall with enough force to actually send metal into metal.
The fuck
I'm
could
gonna-
have done that?
Yeah, I'm gonna move forward just to the point where the hall opens up to the larger space, and I'm gonna pause right there. Actually, I'll shut off my headlamp before I do that.
Okay.
I will follow them.
I'll jump to
Uh,
Bugs for a
And
second. You're
yeah.
Yeah.
Bex is gonna keep an eye on, making sure the doctor is covered.
Yeah, I just want to make sure nothing's gonna come at us from that room.
Yeah.
Bugs, as get down with whatever petri dish or vial, whatever it is you have handy to start kind of scooping up some of this dark liquid. Would you make a body save for me?
Yeah, he has like a little sippy cup that he starts pouring it into. Oh, a body.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We failure.
That is 1 point of stress. And as you're scooping up that liquid, getting ready to seal it, part of it actually starts moving and latches onto the tip of your finger. And there's a sharp pain from underneath the glove of the vac suit before you're able to seal it and get it away from your finger.
Do I see this?
I mean, Bugs, how stealthy, I guess, were you trying to do this? Would it be visible what happened?
It would probably be very visible.
Okay, then yeah.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know yet.
What the fuck was what?
Did it?
I like looked over my shoulder for a moment.
So like, did it get inside his suit?
It looked like it just latched onto the tip of his finger, and then he was able to close the container.
Okay. All right. All right.
Please remember your breathing exercises.
The blood was alive?
Here, so at least reacted to, I don't know, warmth or maybe blood.
Let's
Heat.
not. Nobody touch any of it.
Don't touch. Oh.
Bugs, may I scan you?
Yeah, please
Sure.
do that. Did any of it get inside your suit?
I don't think so.
You know, I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear any of that. And I'm just gonna keep looking over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick, I believe you have.
I do have a med scanner.
You do, yeah. So you pull up the med scanner. It takes a few moments of letting it fully do a body scan of Bugs. And it comes back with a 1% anomalous reading.
Is that within the margin of error?
Yeah,
Or is
that's absolutely possible.
Bugs, your vital signs spiked momentarily. But I believe you are okay. Would you like a sticker?
No. Do we have any living organism back on our ship? A rat or a bunny of some sort?
No, we don't usually carry critters on away missions.
You're not.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's rats on this ship somehow. Like,
Hey man, rats
everywhere.
are perfectly clean. There ain't nothing wrong with a rat. Rats are some smart animals. That's why
They are. They can survive anywhere.
I mean, yeah, that's why they're like all over the fucking ship, eating our snacks. It's really annoying, and it creates like massive budgetary problems. So if you can find one of those, then you can have at it. But otherwise, no, we don't have any critters on our ship.
Rats cannot survive in the vacuum of space.
What are you?
That is true.
What are you gonna do with the rat?
I'd like to see how this liquid reacts to it. What was the next step? It wanted to get in me, it seemed. But why?
How about we not mess with that, because we have work to do to get off of this hellhole.
Whatever this is.
Yeah. Let's worry about that a little later. Let's tell you what. We'll get some power on. We'll get you back to your lab. Yeah.
Okay.
Security this way.
Yeah.
Let's examine the door first, though.
As you've
Security
been
door.
standing there, kind of having this conversation over your shoulder, Ray, you're seeing, into this much larger room. You can see the closed off security office where there are weapons. There is the computer terminal that will let you access the bridge. And then there's a door to kind of a medical staging area and a door to just a rest area. And then, of course, you have the massive double doors that are currently sealed to the rest of the ship.
Do I see any sort of movement whatsoever?
Nothing.
Just quiet as a tune.
Other than the voices from behind you.
Right. Stay behind me. Step where I step. And I'm gonna skirt the room around, just sticking close to the wall.
Okay.
Heading for the medical area first to see if there's anything salvageable there.
Okay.
And I'll do like a systematic sweep of the room to make sure everything's clear and nothing's sneaking up behind us. Eventually working my way over towards the big double doors.
As you get near the medical staging area, you again hear the ship's AI talking to maybe someone in the medical room. Hi, welcome. I'm sorry, please repeat command. You appear to be injured. Can I? I'm sorry, please repeat command.
So can I very, very cautiously, because I still have my headlamp off, very cautiously like peer around the, is it like a doorway?
Yeah, it's like your typical like closing double doors that slide together, and then
Are they open or are they closed?
they're open by about 6 inches. They're almost completely closed.
I'm gonna try and kind of peer through without being noticed. So I'll squat down and kind of lean with one eye in to see through the gap in the doors.
Okay. With that red ambient light that flashes on, being the only illumination in that room, you can see 6, 7, hard to get an exact count of people just briefly illuminated, their silhouettes red in that light, just standing there. And then it goes dark. It comes back up. And there's fewer of them. 1, 2, 3. And then it fades off. And when it comes back, there's no one in the room.
I'm gonna let it flash one more time before I pull away.
Okay. As that red light flashes on again, you once again see silhouettes of people, but instead of just standing there in the center of the room, they've all kind of moved off to the edge, all almost finding a wall themselves and just posting up on it.
I will very, very quietly back away from this door and back towards the others. I don't know what's going on in there, man, but something ain't right. You got 6, 7 people, and it's like sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. I don't know if it's just the light playing tricks on me or what, but this is some crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
Can I access the security cameras in there?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look down at it.
Okay. You
Did they appear to be injured?
Did they?
With
Can you
that
scan for life signs?
that brief silhouette you had, it would be impossible to tell the extent of injury.
I mean, I don't think they were injured. They were all standing around,
Well,
just
hang
kind
on.
of staring at the screen.
Hey, can you scan for life signs? Because that's the surest way to tell whether or not there were people there or if it was just a trick of the light.
Yeah, if as Ken Peck stand in the hallway and scan for life signs.
Absolutely. As you start the scan, um,
I've got my weapon raised, just like ready.
and we do have a redeem, so everyone can add 1 point of stress.
Yay!
Grr.
Yay! I'm looking at this liquid
Hey.
I got in my sippy cup.
Um,
Ugh.
Bugs, as you pull up the camera to the room, there's nothing in there. You see that light flash on, flash off. It's empty. But pick your scanning of life signs doesn't bring back individual life signs. It just believes that that entire room is alive.
Are signs of life.
What sort?
The room is alive.
Wait, what? The room?
The room is alive.
What does that mean exactly?
It is unclear. I shall further investigate to ascertain the safety of the situation.
Don't go inside.
Uh,
Bugs, I will be okay.
No,
I am
you
glad you
won't.
care.
I don't care. I just don't want the toaster to malfunction and kill us.
I am programmed to do no harm.
She ain't the one with the gun, boss.
yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
but here's my theory. This little
Pick will
black.
start to like walk forward.
You guys
Yeah.
should
Wait.
stop her.
Pick. No, let me go first.
You Ray first to ascertain the safety of the situation.
Nick is the one who most has the tools to analyze whatever the fuck is going on in there.
But also the one who could do the most damage if she malfunctions. They.
Bugs,
Well,
please practice your
mean-
breathing exercises.
No.
there isn't any reason to believe that Pick's gonna malfunction. I'm just
Exactly.
worried about whatever's in that room getting to them.
The the AI started malfunctioning. People talked about closing doors, systems that weren't responsive. This thing, if if I if I can imagine well in something horrific and dark, I believe this thing has the capability of taking over organic and inorganic objects.
So if that's the case, and you believe this so strongly, why are you still holding a vial of that stuff that just tried to take you over, with the intention of looking how it would take over other organic creatures?
Because I'm a scientist. I can examine it from a contained and safe environment. If they go in there and they're taken over, then we lose access to our ship, among other things.
Will not plug into any ports.
I don't think you need to. I think this thing just needs to touch you.
Do you need to be hands-on to do your scans?
No,
Can you do it just looking? Is there like a viewport or something inside, that like they can see into the room?
The doors
I mean-
open about 6 inches.
Okay.
You want me to try and open that door?
Are there any fingernails, cracked and broken, on on the floor or underneath the grating? Can you check?
Why, you trying to make a collection?
While I am curious about adding to my collection, I more so want to know how desperate they were to get inside.
That was supposed to be a joke, Bug.
I believe Bugs is the one unable to have humor.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you might come in second there, Vic.
If
I'm gonna
they're,
try and force the door open just a little bit wider.
I'll help Ray out.
Okay.
Um,
You can both make a strength check.
Count of 3. Lay, hold, heave.
yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Wait, no, that should be a success for James.
Yeah, success for me.
Yeah.
I thought I got the 76.
Now that was me.
Rebecca, you do take a point of stress. But between the two of you, you're able to wedge yourselves in and get enough pressure going either way to open the door enough that a person could fit through.
Finds me a Sigma 6.
Yeah, I never did any of that.
We shall enter the room now.
I always found a way out of it.
Okay. Pick, would you make me a sanity save, please?
Yes.
What you got in there, Pick?
The room is alive.
You step in, you can hear voices calling for help, crying in pain. You can hear the doctors and medics and nurses that work on this vessel all frantically doing what they can to help people. But it's just the voices. There's no people physically in this room.
I believe my auditory processors are malfunctioning.
What's
I
going on?
hear cries for help and voices that are not here.
Yeah. That's,
Can
can I?
someone
Moderately disturbing.
someone else should step in to verify?
I'll take a look.
Okay.
No. Oh.
Will you make a sanity save for me?
Okay. Is that just okay? There it is.
All right. While she's moving in, I'm gonna do a scan of the rest of the room. I'm gonna turn around and like watch our asses while they're doing all this.
My rolls tonight are not good.
Okay. So, what is your current stress?
5.
Okay. So, roll a d20, and you want to roll above a 5.
As your attorney, I advise against
Yay!
course
Yep.
of action, Bex.
You also start to hear these voices of people crying out in pain, of calling for help, but no sources for them. It is just overwhelming your mind for a moment, almost causing you to go dizzy. But you manage to fight through it.
Mm.
There's so many.
Pick, wrap a blanket around them. Just out of some compartment in their arm, they grab this mylar blanket with its sort of reflective surface, and sensing the panic in Bex, just like wraps it around her.
Okay.
Thanks.
Ray, are you still in the doorway, just kind of scanning behind you?
Yeah. Kind of right up against the doorway, and when Bex went in the room, I turned around to cover our hind end, because
You
it would have been the perfect opportunity for something to sneak up behind us and bite us in the ass.
you hear the voice of the AI come to life. Closing medical bay doors, and there's
What?
just
No.
a hiss of hydraulic pressure, you can either stay and try to keep the doors pried open or dive out of the way.
Wait, does this mean he and I will be stuck on the other side?
You guys will be on the
together?
other side.
Aw,
I'll try
romantic subplot.
Open.
Okay.
No.
I'll desperately try and keep it open.
Make another strength check.
Do I hear that? Can I try to also jury rig something? Like a grabbing a piece of, something to hold the thing open?
Make a speed check.
Speed. Okay.
Oh.
At one point of stress, as you're just looking around for something, anything, but I mean, you have like gurneys that are just these thin, like aluminum pipes. You have IV stands, nothing solid. But you look back and you can see Ray just fighting with every ounce of strength he has to keep this door from separating the two of you.
Back against one door, feet and arms against the other one. Max, get your asses out of there.
She's grabbing Pick and like hauling ass.
Beat feet, woman.
The position that Pick is in, can they ascertain whether or not they will make it in time?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you aren't actively fighting Rebecca, you could both. You know that Ray is a very strong and capable crew member and can probably hold the door open
Do
long
my
enough.
PT.
Then we shall hurry.
Okay. As Ray is holding the door and Rebecca and Pick are doing their best to dart back out of the hall, back out into the hall, Bugs, that finger where it had just poked through into your glove, just kind of starts itching a little bit. Anything you'd like to do about that?
I'm gonna take his helmet off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do not recommend that course of action.
The medbay doors
What
slam
the hell are you
close
doing?
as the three of you come back out into the hall and see Bugs just helmet off.
What the fuck?
What's it smell like?
Raise my weapon. Fat bugs.
In this room, it smells a lot like dried blood, like oil, and kind of like dirt. That synthetic dirt that the ship uses to help grow, some of the plants.
Interesting. He'll take off the rest of his suit and just kind of toss it to the ground
I do not recommend this course of action.
and look at his hand.
What the fuck, Bugs? What are you doing?
Bugs' hand is starting to go that light discoloration of decreased blood flow.
Oh god. So it did get into your suit.
We need to take
Now,
a handoff, buff.
Alright. She pulls out the combat knife.
Scanning now.
You want me to put it down, you just let me know.
Yeah.
Pick is mid-scanning them again.
Yeah, wait 1 second. Let's see exactly what this is before we.
There's now a 4% anomalous reading.
Is it centered at his hand?
Yes.
The hand will need to come off.
Alright. Hold him down.
I don't need to be held down. If you give me a knife, I'll do it.
I can cauterize the wound.
Yeah, we're gonna do it ourselves.
Hey, I
Ready?
say let him do it. If he's the doctor.
I don't feel great about giving him a knife right now.
I don't have any combat training. I'm sure if I would become violent,
Don't worry. My
he can
trigger
take
finger's
me out.
faster than he is. I promise you.
As the medical companion, I will be performing this procedure.
Okay, do it.
Here, cut into the palm of my hand first. I want to see what's happening inside while it's still attached.
I think you can do that dissection after it's removed
Yeah,
from your body.
yeah.
We don't know
Exactly.
what
Let's
it'll do
stop
when it's
wasting
cut off
time.
from oxygen.
Do the thing.
Okay.
I must take the correct action.
You don't know what the correct action is. You can't
Yes, they
formulate
do.
that.
They are literally programmed to perform medical procedures. This is a medical situation.
This is not. This is something else entirely. This is different, unique, and
Yes, and your opinion does
interesting.
not matter right now.
No, I'm fine
Everyone,
taking my hand off.
please practice your breathing exercises.
Field
You
medicine
may
check,
not
please.
want to watch as this happens.
I'm
Oh
a
no, I
little
definitely want to watch.
teapot, short and spout. Here is my ankle. Here is my spout. Go ahead. When I get steamed up, hear me shout.
You start cutting in, and you can see that discoloration moving at a fairly slow but steady pace from the palm to the wrist into the forearm. But you start
Very, very
cutting, and Bugs, I mean, there was some anesthetics administered, I assume.
No anesthetics. Let me feel it.
You
I do not recommend this course of action.
you don't. There is no pain.
Oh, yeah. It's intelligent, too. It seems to be moving.
But you fully sever from the forearm up. And that discoloration stops. It does not continue with the arm.
With what Pick is cutting with, I believe like as they cut, it is immediately cauterizing the wound.
Mhm.
Like there's some sort of electrical or heat pulse going through it.
Yep.
We'll now initiate another scan.
We got something we can
As
put that hand in.
Bug's
Yeah.
arm just like falls to the ground.
I'll get a Ziploc bag. The freezer
What?
one.
I
I
mean,
don't
like
think it's a good
red
idea.
box.
Let's not keep it with us because, you know, the possibility that it will reinfect you since you're not wearing your suit again, very
Yeah, I just
high.
don't want it following us on its own.
I mean,
This
that's
suit
fair.
doesn't do anything. It can
Ain't
penetrate
you
the
ever
suit.
seen that movie? Come on, man.
The Thing, like the
No,
1980s.
where the hand that crawls across the floor. What's it?
Is that the Adams Family?
No, you doofus. I
The
know
Reanimator.
House of Wax. One of them. Yeah.
Scan complete.
Here's a couple of them.
0% anonymously.
Okay, good. Alright, and then, I don't know, we can
Sit.
probably see if the company will cover, like, one of them. Oh, God.
Just tucking the arm
Company
away.
will
I
cover
just see
the
Ziploc the
prosthetic
bag with one hand.
Yeah. I'm like, put my mouth like,
I do not recommend that course of action.
I was gonna
No.
offer to help, but this is way more entertaining to watch.
Fine.
Alright.
We cannot take this specimen with us.
No.
We must
No, I
dispose of
think.
it properly.
It's
No, this is fine.
Can we lock it in a box or something? We might want to come back for it later when we get these doors figured out.
I don't
mean,
think
this is-
that thing is not coming on our ship. We need to keep any and all contaminants off.
Hey, you're the boss, boss.
Alright.
I don't think that's wise. I think by the end of it, there won't be any other lens for us to cut off, and we're going to have to figure out some other way to deal with it. because it
Apex
will.
says it don't come, it don't come.
It's not coming.
Right.
Is there like a
There's-
trash chute or something towards like an incinerator or
Yeah.
anything nearby?
You have a disposal chute in the security office where,
Cool.
of course, they'll dump any contraband or anything.
All right.
Ugh.
Come on,
That's
let's
through
go.
those big ass doors right there that ain't open, right?
In that room, you have those doors to the medical bay, you have doors to the
Mhm.
security office, and doors to just kind of like a waiting area.
I'm gonna try to open up the security doors.
The voice of the AI kicks on. Hello, welcome to the Titan. Please present security. Wow, my brain just went dumb. Security credentials. That's the word I'm looking for.
I picture the AI saying
Oh yeah.
that. It's like,
Uh,
this is disturbing.
He was programmed with more of a sense of humor than I.
So,
Well, it
Beck
is
sort
fun.
of like puts her hand on the thing and says, you know, Hudson Epsilon 19520 Theta.
Okay. There's a few moments of silence. Welcome. And then the doors slide open.
All right.
It was easier
The
than I expected it to be.
weapons lockers are mostly empty. You do see a pair of revolvers left behind, with enough ammo to probably get you by. There is a fire axe, and of course your security terminal.
Yeah, Bugs is back there giving his last will and testament. He's just like, this is the final entry of Bugs and the crew. Going to start saying what is happening minute by minute, so that whoever comes next will have a better understanding of what they're dealing with, and can know how to deal with this new organism.
All right.
Yeah, for now.
Right. Do you mind covering me while I try to mess with the terminal?
You got it, boss. As he's like slipping both of the revolvers into his belt.
Yeah. Can I
Because
get one of
I'm
those?
not. Yeah, there you go. I ain't letting Handy McHanderson over here anywhere near him, and I figure Pix ain't got no protocols for hurting people.
It won't matter, but
Thanks, buddy.
take solace in it.
I'm just a real regular optimist, aren't you, Bugs?
I am
Well-
unable to carry a weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah. I can actually come over here. Let me change something. You need to carry a weapon if we're going to get out of this, or have a chance of getting out of it.
Hold on.
Do you need me to carry a weapon?
Yes.
Commanding officer. Would carrying a weapon be for the greater good?
Yes. We don't know what we're dealing with, and it's that thing, whatever it was that made that noise. I. Yeah.
You have
All right.
elevated levels of stress.
I do. It'll be
You
fine.
say so.
Would you like a hug?
Nope. Just need to get my job done. I'll feel better when we can start actively moving off of this place.
My arms were programmed for hugging.
I know. They're very good arms.
So sad.
I shall now be reprogrammed to carry a weapon. I do hope Dr. Bugs does a good job.
You know, you can put
Well-
all that anatomy information and understanding to use and hit them really where it counts.
Um,
I do not wish to hurt people.
Well, then hit him where it won't hurt as much.
Bugs with now one hand and a slightly altered mental state. You get to work putting in the necessary reprogramming to allow Pick to carry a weapon. Would you make a computer check for me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. But computers or artificial intelligence?
Artificial intelligence works.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do it.
Do not worry, Beck. All will be fine.
Great. Yeah, you are now capable of carrying and using weapons.
I am now
Weren't you
able
just
to
worried about
perform.
her like going crazy,
Yeah, but
killing us
their
all?
chances of survival greatly decrease with the. I mean, I don't want to critique the captain's viewpoints, but I'm gonna put my eggs in a different basket.
All
You do
right.
not have any eggs at the moment.
Now that's
Same
just
old pig.
hurtful.
And I'll hand pick the other revolver.
What do I find when I try to access the console?
From in here, you have access to basically the ship. Anything short of captain only privileges, you have access to.
Can I get the codes for the fuel stuff?
Absolutely.
Fabulous. Is it possible to turn on power?
That is possible, but I will take a jury rig check from you.
Okay. Intelligence?
Yep.
Is there a coffee station?
Ah,
in the
damn it.
security office?
They do have those like instant coffee packs that you can just dump into a canteen, shake it, and it's kind of coffee.
I can get you coffee.
He'll
Coffee
take
adjacent.
one and he'll take one of the packs and he'll tear it open and he'll just pour the entire thing into his mouth.
So you're removing your helmet then.
Oh wait, that's right. No,
I do not recommend this course of action.
Okay.
he looks longingly at the cup. He actually tosses a couple in his pack.
Okay.
So I get another stress, right?
You do.
Okay.
And the power, unfortunately, stubbornly, remains off.
Damn it. Can I? Let me think. What else do I want to do here? Can I see if there's anybody like left alive? Like, are there any life signs of the crew that the computer can tell me?
I mean, you can switch to the various cameras throughout the ship if you'd like, just kind of cycle through.
Okay.
You have like the botanical deck where the plants actually look like they're doing great. They're overgrowing from their growing pods, as no one has been around to tend them for a while. It flips to the cameras on the command deck, where there is a sea of body parts, of blood, of viscera. No one left alive. And for that, would you make me another sanity save, please?
Oh God.
And then a d20. And you want to roll
Okay.
above your stress level.
All right.
No problem. There's just that moment of seeing that, just an entire deck full of people that you knew, all torn to pieces. But you managed to fight back that urge to just expel what little is in your stomach.
Oh
Your stomach acid levels are rising.
Actually, all right. Talk to me.
Stress levels rising.
Hicks and I are
Breathe.
saving up. And we're gonna go somewhere real nice.
What are you
I
talking
will
about?
now give you that hug.
You
You will be okay. There.
Would this be on a monitor that the rest of us can see?
Oh, yeah.
She would have flopped it like.
Okay.
They're all dead, right?
Makes sense. Why aren't they moving though?
They're all
Because
dead.
they are
Why the
dead.
hell would they be moving?
So the
Um,
parasite needs a living organism for it to continue on.
do I need to do anything else to start engaging in the refuel protocols?
You would just need to take your code to the refueling station, override the lockdown, and you're good to go.
And
Okay.
the best way to do that is by crawling through an air vent. So let's do it.
I mean,
All right. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of this grave.
Were there any styrofoam cups?
there's those little like bioplastic reusable cups that they made everyone switch to for recycling purposes.
How does this little liquid thing, how's it doing in my sippy cup? Is it moving at all? If I
It
tap on the glass?
seems pretty content at the moment, though you do feel movement like in your pack where you tucked away the severed arm.
I think they destroyed my severed arm, sadly.
Yeah, we chucked it
Oh,
into the
right,
incinerator.
right. Never
They
mind.
won't let me have my things. It's
Yeah.
very sad.
I picture him with the sippy cup, like strapped to the stump of his arm so he can
Yeah.
tap on it with his other finger.
Kind of like, oh, okay, yeah.
You got that duct tape, man, if you need it.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna put some blood in it to see how it reacts.
Don't open. Right?
I
Don't
do
care.
not recommend this course of action.
Thank you, robot.
Pick, is there anything you do
I
recommend
will stop you.
other than breathing exercises?
One moment, please, Ray. I must stop the doctor.
Do it.
Shit.
We
I'm half tempted to let her.
Please do not open the cup.
Pretty open to put it in. We need
I
to figure out more about it, or we're all gonna die.
No.
This
Don't
is not
do it.
intuitive to safety.
I
Yeah.
want to watch him try and open this thing with one hand.
Yeah,
No.
let me. That's,
That's
No.
gonna take some
No.
skill.
No. Let's.
I shall now remove the cup from your possession.
why would
Thank
you
you.
do that?
with
You
one
want me to
hand,
just-
it's hard to stop the android with above human strength. But if you would like, you can make contested strength checks.
Hell yeah.
Since you only have one hand, you are at disadvantage, Bugs.
Oh, come on, man. Just let me shoot him.
How do I do?
Does that mean
oh,
I get an advantage?
Did I do it right? Oh, okay.
You did. Which didn't matter because even your lowest number failed. It is a few moments of struggling, back and forth of your one remaining hand versus Pick, who is just trying to take it from you, and in your above average or above human strength, and the fact that you two are struggling with this cup, it just starts to crack under the pressure.
I will stop now.
Drip, drip.
Please let go of the cup.
No. I think you're trying. Or. I don't want to die here.
I do not believe that you are in the right mental space.
No, I've been here before. I know this place and it's familiar to me, this feeling and the grasp of not having control. The only thing that stresses me out is watching people making decisions that I disagree with that might help aid us in surviving.
What the hell are you talking about? You've been here before.
I've been in a place of horror and felt like I wouldn't survive. It's not something I like to talk about, but this isn't new. The problem is new, sure, but if we're going to get out, we need to understand it.
Y'all mind if we walk and talk? 'Cause
Yeah.
The faster we get out of here, the happier.
Exactly. What
We can
need to
debate
do,
all we want once
what
we're
we-
safely back on the boat.
yeah, what we need to do is refuel our ship and then send the blast order to nuke the Titan. That'll kill whatever the fuck it is, and we won't have to give a shit anymore.
We assume it will.
I don't
One
know.
way or another, your ass is going in quarantine as soon as we get back on board.
That's
All
fine.
of you will go into quarantine.
There's a moment, Bugs,
I need quarters.
where everyone is talking, not to you. It doesn't feel like they're talking to you. It feels like they're talking about you, around you, and their voices start to get muffled. Like you're listening to them underwater until it fades away and comes back with new voices saying, Bugs, you're all right over there? And you can see in the room around you people, the security officers that greet you here every day. You can see the medical staff coming and going out of the medical bay door, smiling at you and waving, wishing you a good morning. The life as normal.
Good morning. Is this, are we still in the same place that I was
Oh, yeah.
earlier? Is this...
Yeah. You see Rebecca, Ray, and Pick standing there with you. But all the viscera is gone. The lights are back on.
I got my hand back?
Oh yeah, of course it's back.
Wait, what?
You just see him just looking around, looking at people that aren't there, like whispering to himself.
What happened to you all? That
You okay,
you're...
Doc?
Be quiet real quick. I'm talking to someone.
Oh,
What-
just let me shoot him.
What happened here? Because this place is dead. It feels like a tomb. What
Oh.
happened?
Oh, no, you must have hit your head. Everything's all right. Come on, I'll show you. And the security officer turns and just starts heading off into that like waiting area.
I'll follow.
There are no other life
Doc,
forms
where you
here.
going, man?
I'm
I don't know.
listening.
He just started walking.
We can't let him go by himself. All right.
Should I kneecap him?
Yeah.
I'm a little teapot, short and spout.
I believe.
Hick, if we sedate him, can you carry him?
Yes.
Kneecaps.
Hear me shout.
Would you like me to sedate him?
Yes,
Tip
please.
me over and pour me out.
Pick will try to sedate.
Yeah. I mean, he seems to be in almost a trance of sorts. You
I'm
inject the meds.
But I will now sedate you. Please be still.
I am strangely curious as to where he was going, though.
He was going in a place that was not where we need to go to refuel.
This is not the time for curiosity.
You sure you don't want me to check it out, Bex?
Yeah,
There is an
I
old
just want to get the
adage.
fuck out. We have limited
Curiosity
air.
killed the cat.
There's,
We only have
but
so much air, too.
Brought it back, Vic.
there's wondrous sights out there. I just have to see it.
I guess
You must rest now.
As you
Yeah, just take a good nap, buddy.
you have now a slumped over Bugs who is surprisingly still conscious, still muttering. Whatever is happening is giving him at least enough resistance to stay conscious, but is just kind of limp in your arms.
Would he normally, with this dosage, should he be
Oh,
asleep?
should be out.
Come on, y'all. Let's kick rocks.
Yeah.
One
Get the hell
moment.
out of here.
I must evaluate the dosage that I administered.
What's wrong?
You can do that while we move, right?
He is still awake when he should be asleep.
Is he still infected?
Scanning now.
Roll your field medicine for me.
Second.
There is just the briefest of seconds. Your human companions probably wouldn't even have caught it, but you process information so much faster, where it starts to detect an anomaly and then reads clear.
Rescanning individual. And they will redo the scan.
Yeah.
I'm guessing with a similar result.
Same thing. It starts to give you that indication that there's an anomaly, but comes back clear.
And say clear. I am concerned.
I mean, we're not the only ones here on the ship, so yeah, you should be.
He should be asleep right now. Perhaps he has elevated metabolism.
You should be awake.
Hear the voice of the ship AI come back online. Command processing. Medbay doors open. Have a great day. And there's that hiss of hydraulics, and the doors
I
slide open.
immediately aim my weapon at the medbay doors.
Yeah, same.
You can
Then
see
return to medbay.
something in there, just briefly illuminated by that red glow. It almost looks wolf-like in its hunched-over state, but then it goes dark.
The fuck was that?
Identify yourself. Shit. Move,
All right,
move,
move.
move.
Let's go.
You're all just taking off?
Yeah.
All
I am
right.
I am moving backwards without taking my
Yeah.
reticle
Strafing.
off of that open doorway.
Okay.
So I think it'll be Ray in the back
Back.
with Hudson in the front, like, again, weapon drawn, and I'm guessing Pick in the dock in the middle.
Okay. You just, of course, moving backwards and keeping your eye trained behind you. You're not moving quite as quickly as you would be if you were just in a dead-on sprint. As that red glow illuminates, dies, and there's just your lamp that is now casting light down the hall. And whatever this figure is just steps out of the med bay 1 foot, and it's that same dark, almost blood-like liquid, but it's just a little too dark to be blood. And the side of a bestial, deformed face.
I would like to open fire.
Yeah. Make an attack with your smart rifle. Absolutely hits. As the bullet, the sound of the shot just echoes, deafening everyone just for that split second in that very compact hallway. But the shot lands, and you see the head just contort in pain, and then a voice calls out to all of you. Staff Sergeant, what are you doing? Don't. But security, help! Someone, please!
Run!
Are you still doing that, like, scanning back pedal, or just turn and full on sprint?
No, just turn and full on, just take off running.
Okay.
They have requested assistance.
No, Pick. You have to keep going.
Pick, would you make a sanity check for me? Because there are people back there actively calling out for your help.
Oh, no.
You got to take care of the doc.
So, with a critical
They are
failure,
asking for assistance.
what's your current stress level?
Uh,
Roll
let's roll d20.
2d20 and take the lowest of the two.
Eh,
What did you say your stress level was?
5.
The voice
Believe
is
I panic.
calling out to you, needing your help. One of them now actively with a gun wound. What is Pick doing as you fail your panic?
I must assist. I must assist.
No, Pick. You're carrying bugs. We need you to come with us.
Will be safe here with you. I must go assist the other crewmates.
No, there's nobody there. Pick, please.
Pick, with
I must assist them.
bug
Do
in
not stop.
hand, stops running, turns, and starts walking back.
God,
I can take better care of bugs in the medical bay.
is there an override, like, command code or something that I have?
Control Alt Delete.
Are you trained in computers?
No.
Unfortunately, that's probably something that bugs would know.
And I'd like to tap into this, if possible.
In your semi-conscious state, what would you like to do? As
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna take out my terminal and just be like, I got it. Yeah. Beep boop, motherfucker.
What are you trying to do?
No.
I'm gonna change her programming.
There.
I'm gonna make it so that I am her creator. She has
There.
to obey everything I say.
Oh
They.
no.
Can assist you better in the medical bay.
Yep. Just keep walking, please.
Make an AI check
Better
with
back on the boat.
disadvantage.
Raj. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Is he typing on his hand scanner with only one hand?
The balls.
That is a great point.
Very good question.
You don't have another hand to type anything.
I figure it's like on here and I can just be like a phone. You know?
How did you move it to that location?
Yeah, you're missing that
Sorry.
arm.
No, I slip it onto the other side. Yeah.
Either way, with your drugged, altered mental state, the keys are just blurring, and whatever command you just put in just lets out this hum of what you would recognize as a failed input.
Oh god.
What are you trying to do?
Shush your face.
I can assist you better in the medical bay.
Yeah, I know. Let's go.
Rebecca, Ray, so the two of you are running, and Pick just stopped.
I would come to skidding to a halt, turn around and watch Pick walk back, and like kind of share that look with Bex. The hell are we supposed to do now?
You can't leave them behind.
Yeah, but I ain't walking back in there with that thing.
God damn it.
You
All right,
have
fine, I
shot a
guess I
crew
have to.
member. I will need to report this to command.
That ain't a crew member. I don't know what's wrong with your sensors right now, Pick, but that thing is a monster.
We can't. We have to go. We have to go. Uh.
You are
Pick.
of a deviated mental state.
Meet us at.
Mental
If you
state.
really have to fucking do this, then meet us back at the fueling place. We can't risk anybody else.
When I have assisted all those that need assistance, I will rejoin you.
We can't leave him here, Bex.
You saw that thing. You saw that thing. All of us will die. Or become a part of it, or whatever the fuck it is. I'm not gonna be responsible again, okay?
You think
Like,
it can
no.
infect Pick too? Remember
Of all of us.
But remember what the voice thing said, what the recording said. It affects biological and mechanical beings alike, or whatever.
I mean,
We're gonna lose Pick too.
You are clearly agitated. Please practice your breathing exercises.
You're goddamn right. I'm agitated. I'm running out of fucking oxygen. Now let's go light
Yeah.
that thing up like the
Yeah.
4th of July and get the fuck out of here.
if you do this, you are going to condemn all of us to die. Like, please don't do this.
They are calling for help.
There's nobody there. It's just a fucking monster.
There's still a voice from where you had just left of, please, I've been shot. Someone, anyone, I don't. Oh, there's so much blood.
You should follow young Pick.
I shall leave Bugs with you.
No, do not leave me with them. I have a better chance of surviving with you.
I cannot assist if I am without my hands.
Put me on the ground when you get over
Pick,
there.
you already have a patient that you have to take care of. Come on.
Like,
I have triaged patients. The one you have shot is now of utmost importance.
that red ambient light
Here,
that had
I'll go
been
shoot it again, and then it won't be of utmost importance.
the ambient light that's been flickering on and off flicks off again, but this time stays off.
Pick
I'll
will
turn
put
my
bugs
headlamp back
down
on.
and continue on.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll just crawl. Thanks. Oh,
Right here.
I'll just start
Alright.
rolling.
Bex will try to pick up Bugs.
No, just wait, and I'll cover Pick with my weapon
Yeah.
as she walks back into the room.
Okay.
Just leave him.
You can't.
You see still one eye now just poking out from the door frame. Partially human from this distance you can see, but there is just like the side of the face is almost melting with that dark crimson ichor. And it's still calling out, someone gonna help me? Anyone?
I am Pick. I am now here to assist you. Please calm down.
Oh, thank you so much. As you get closer to the door, there is a inhumanly long and thick trunk-like arm that just starts reaching out from the door frame towards Pick.
I'm gonna take another shot.
Assist you.
Yeah, take another shot.
Can Pick block it?
The bullet?
Like put their body in front of it? The bullet? Yes.
Make a speed check.
Because if Pick believes that they need help,
Ooh. A success on
Oh
the
my
bullet
gosh.
as it again rips into this figure, and it again cries out in pain, but not that human-esque voice, but a very alien cry. With your critical failure Pick, I'll actually give you another chance to make that sanity save, as your stress has gone up now with the failure.
or do yes. Do you want me to roll a new sanity roll or just roll another d20?
Just make a new sanity roll. That inhuman scream of pain of that liquid that just erupts from that bullet wound splattering across the floor, and just something clicks that this isn't human. This isn't something that you can or should try to save.
Pick just immediately stops in their steps and takes like a half step backwards. I cannot help you.
Come on, let's move.
Pick, get your ass back here.
Seeing Pick
Yes.
no
Hurry,
longer
double
heading
time
towards
it.
it, just lightning fast, it steps out of the door frame, and you can see its body is made up of the former crew, of various body parts, all floating around in this massive ichor.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
And it full on leaps at Pick.
Oh, one more
Please
shot.
run.
Can I shoot at it too?
Absolutely. So this is the point where we would enter kind of a semi-combat state. So you have whatever action you want to take, we will kind of queue it up together. and they'll resolve simultaneously.
Okay. I'm shooting with the rigging gun.
Which is a massive harpoon launcher, by the way.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna take another shot with my smart rifle.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh no. Failed it.
And now you're actively trying not to hit Pick as they have turned and started to head back your way. This thing almost using them for cover. It does take a shot from the revolver, and it's enough to send it off course just barely, just careening past Pick, leaving a full trail of gore behind it. Pick and Bugs, anything you guys would like to do?
This isn't my fight. No.
Pick did shoot it with the revolver.
Oh! You absolutely did. As it starts skidding past you, just almost point blank into the floor, just unleash a round, and it echoes through the hall. Sorry. All of the gunshots echoing through the hall as it starts to get back up. Now, sorry, give me 1 second.
Damn, I wish there had been some grenades in that security office, man.
It starts to
I
get
wouldn't
up,
give for one right now.
now within range to simply grab you, and one of the claws lashes out at you, Pick, trying again. With a 16, you don't necessarily feel pain. You can feel impact. You can feel when there's system damage. And where this hits you, it's almost like acid that starts corroding away your exterior. And that ichor starts getting into your inner workings. You take 17 points of damage.
Yikes.
Is that enough to bring you down to a wound?
Oh yeah, I'm at 2 hit points left.
Okay, so once you hit 0, then you mark off a wound, and then your health goes back up to
Okay,
full.
yeah,
So you're not
Yeah,
quite at a
sorry.
wound yet.
almost at a
But you all are free to act. What are you doing?
How does it take an action to reload the rigging gun?
It does.
Okay. Yeah, she's reloading.
Okay,
I'm gonna fire again.
go for it.
Ooh, just barely.
Just barely. But 7 more damage will knock off its first wound profile. Let me pull up the wound chart, since that is a ballistics
Yeah,
weapon.
he is just holding his ground at that corner, just trying to give them as much covering fire as possible so they can get back behind him.
Will you roll a d10 for me?
D10.
Higher is better. Seven.
7.
You strike a part of the body that seems solid. What was once a human torso, maybe, impacts, and now that ichor is just freely pouring out from it. It is actively bleeding whatever is making up its body. And again, Pick that point blank shot into this thing, and it does cause it to collapse to its side for just a moment. And then it looks up at you, Pick, with very human eyes. A very human expression of fear and pain.
Are you okay?
You can see mouths approximately where a mouth should be on a wolf-like face, but it's, human jaws, human mouths showing up on the chest where they shouldn't be, calling up to you. Please, help. Is anyone there? Can anyone hear me?
Not pick. Fucking kill it. Fucking
Pick,
kill it.
get
We
away
need to
from
fucking
it.
go.
I am able to cause harm. We must finish this creature.
It's gonna take that moment to again try to lunge at you. We'll give it disadvantage because it is severely hurt. That is an 18 and a 26. It again leaps up, fully slamming into Pick, sending the two of them into the wall. I can't possibly roll low enough to not bring you down a wound bracket,
Yeah.
but this thing is now actively trying to force its way into Pick, trying to make them one being.
A 2 wound bracket.
Uh,
Let me do some math. So it's 1, 2. Yeah, I have 1 wound bracket.
You that impact into your chest just sends your ocular senses reeling for a moment. Ray, Rebecca, you guys have an opening for another shot.
I'm gonna just keep firing until this thing drops.
Go for it.
You know, when all you got's a hammer, every problem looks like a nail.
Please attack the creature. Do not worry about my well-being.
Shit.
The in such close proximity to Pick, trying not to hit her, just can't quite hit something solid. Rebecca, you have your harpoon.
alright.
Oh. The shot's just going wide, just not quite hitting something solid. It's going to try again to just force its way into consuming Pick. But that is going to miss. Pick, you feel a moment of weakness in its grip on you. What would you like to do?
I guess if they are able to maneuver their arms enough to, like, put the revolver in its gut and
Ooh.
fire again point blank.
Yeah, roll your attack with advantage.
Yay.
Just barely. But the shot just rings out into that thing, bringing it down to the bottom of its last wound bracket. As it coughs out more of that blood-like liquid that just splatters onto the ground, takes a few steps backwards, and just fully comes undone into a pool of body parts and ichor. Pick, will you also make a body save for me?
Yeah.
No problem. The wounds feel pretty superficial. Given enough time, you could repair them. Otherwise, you feel fine.
But they covered in the ichor?
Oh yeah,
And
it is covering you. It's inside, underneath your, your dermis layer. It's everywhere.
Do you have like some sort of
yeah,
decontamination
is there like
function?
I think last time we cut it off.
With
my
how
whole body?
deep it is just shoved into your inner workings, and you would need some time alone with a skilled mechanic and just a full cleaning.
I believe that I am a danger to all of you.
Yeah, but so is bugs. We don't hold that again.
Yeah. We need your help getting bugs, carrying bugs around. If you become a
I
danger,
do
we'll
have-
figure that out later.
I do
Both
have
of y'all
one
are
idea.
icky together.
Perhaps if we were to contain myself within a vac suit, it would be enough protection between me and them.
That would work.
mean, That's a good point.
All right.
And considering Bugs took his off, there just happens to be a spare one laying right there.
You have one.
Yeah.
All right.
It might be safer if we were to contain bugs within his vac suit, so that he may breathe filtered oxygen.
It doesn't matter.
You are a precious life form. I must protect you.
How about all
You're
that?
not protecting.
I am sorry you feel that way.
Well, I tell you what, Pick, why don't you put this one on, and when we find another one, we'll stick him in it.
Yeah.
From the
Everybody else all right?
Priority is that you should wear it because you're covered in the stuff. If they're wearing it, you know, they might get exposed touching you.
air vents above you, from deeper into the hold, kind of through the blast doors from other places, just echoing like a wolf call. There is just a cacophony of purely alien voices that just start ringing out from various parts of the ship.
We should leave.
Yeah. Let's
Should
get to the.
get moving.
Let's go. Ray, you take the.
I'm one
cover.
step ahead of you, boss.
Yeah. How long
Take-
does it take for Pick to suit up, though?
I think a vac suit is like 5 minutes.
Let's get it moving.
Enough time.
Making me nervous here, folks. Alrighty.
Should just head back to the ship without the fuel, see if we can drift off and send out an SOS.
I don't like our chances of that.
Like
Come
our
on,
chances
we're
of
already
going.
halfway there. We got the code we need. Let's go ahead and get this done.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
You ready to roll?
Our chances of survival and making it to the fuel depot.
Don't ever tell me the odds, Pick.
Yeah.
Nor do you understand the odds, Pick.
I shall
Oh, she's
keep the
got biggest
percentage
brain out of
to
all of us.
myself. I do not have a brain.
So
Figure speech.
you're all making your way back to the cargo area. Back now with password in hand to the refueling dock. I believe password will let you bypass any necessary check as you step out into that massive open room. That red ambient light no longer flickering to fill a majority of it. Even just that brief glimpse you had at the room was a comfort, because you could, at least for a few moments, see around you. Now it is nothing but your headlamps. And would all of you make me another fear save?
Oh, yay.
Guess I'll go eat worse. It's like one short, fat, juicy ones.
Any failures at this point will give you 2 points of stress.
Oh, no.
Down goes the first one, down goes the second one. Oh, how they wiggle and squirm. Long things
And then we have a redeem for Something's Coming.
No!
Yay.
Is the crew, all
Really?
Team Echo, Mining Team Echo, you all start making your way towards that fueling dock. When again, those alien cries start filling those voids of that massive room around you. You can hear what's maybe 2, what's maybe a dozen. What are you doing?
Let's go. Faster.
I think I just paid a little.
Yes, you did.
There we go.
I think I needed that.
That was
Definitely
not
gonna hug
humor.
the wall and try and stay as close to any sort of cover as we can.
Okay. With Bugs still in that semi-catatonic state, still occasionally talking to people that aren't there, you reach the console, Rebecca. You start putting in the command, and there is a loud hum as the cranes start moving over to your ship, hauling the hose over. There's that hiss again of hydraulics as it connects to the side of your ship, as the fuel starts its slow process of refueling your vessel. But there is movement in the shadows. Ray, Pick, Bugs, what are you 3 doing?
Fuck is that?
The rest of them.
Bugs, are you able to carry? No. Sorry, my processing is off. Ray, are you able to carry Bugs?
I
Carry
kind
them.
of got my hands full.
Bring him
Keep
over
my
here.
homie y'all's asses alive.
I'll walk myself. I just need something to read on.
Is there any sort of like canister fuel?
Yeah, you definitely saw one on your kind of mini scouting adventure earlier. As Ray, you hear a familiar voice. You hear the engineer that shares the room across the hall from you. They just call out, Ray, what are you doing? Come on, you're gonna be late. Come on.
Fuck.
Ray, are you okay?
Did we lose James? Oh no.
still hear him though, or see him.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, he like popped out. Now he's back in, so he's probably
I think he's having.
yeah.
Can you hear us?
Hello?
There we go.
Hey,
Sorry about that.
no worries. You just missed the part where the engineer that shares the room across the hall from you just called out from the darkness. Ray, what are you doing? Come on, you're gonna be late. Gotta come with me.
Late for what, man? Who's a? I'm tempted to just shoot him.
Your light just trails along the darkness, just scanning for something. And just barely peeking out from one of the support columns is a face you recognize. A face of Robert Jenkins. But the face is all that looks familiar, as connected to it is just this amorphous mass, just using it to peek out and call out to you.
Oh, Bobby. Are we looking back there, Bex? I don't want to start shooting until you're ready to start running.
Need to start running.
You're at about 50% fuel. As
50%. Buy me some fucking time.
from near
Hey, Bobby.
Bugs
I'm gonna
and
try and talk
Pick,
to it.
there are more voices calling up of, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to be here. Come on. Come with us." And there's just hands with 18 to 20-inch long fingers that are just reaching up from the edge of the railing. There's abnormally long arms.
Start recording on my little computer.
Okay.
I didn't hear the answer to my question about there being a. Is there like a fuel canister or?
Oh yeah, for
anything
sure.
Around?
You have like backup generators that that would typically be, on and active right now, but at the moment are dormant. And they just have little fuel cells next to them.
I'm gonna try and make my way over to one of those and pick up a fuel cell without, really taking my eyes off of this creature that once was Robert.
Okay. Make a speed check for me.
Oh damn! Ooh, that's not good.
You're keeping your eyes and your light source trained on this creature that is kind of circling the same motion you are around this metal support pillar so that you can see the face of someone you know and very little else. And you reach out for that cell, and there's just this feeling like of someone just running their finger up your vac suit. And then it just jams into your forearm as they're going to try to make an attack on you. No, with a 94, it pierces the suit, but thankfully misses your flesh. What would you like to do?
I would like to grab that fuel cell and chuck it in the direction of the creature.
Yeah, absolutely. The one that's kind of like playing peekaboo behind the pillar?
I'm kind of guessing that whatever just tried to grab a hold of me and whatever is facing me, it may possibly be the same critter.
Could be.
So I'm gonna try and get that fuel cell kind of halfway between the two, but yeah, I'm definitely aiming for where I think the bulk of this thing is.
Okay. Yeah, then what?
And then I'm gonna try and shoot the fuel canister.
Go for it.
if it's far enough away that it's not gonna roast my buddy.
Yeah.
All right. So a shot with the smart rifle.
Yep.
Fingers crossed.
Ooh, close,
That's a
but
hit.
absolutely. The bullet impacts, sending sparks into it. And then there is a flash of light that actually causes you to just have to close your eyes and kind of lean away for the moment to not be blinded. And in that moment, Rebecca, Bugs, and Pick, the room is partially illuminated, and there are humanoid figures on the wall. There's figures on the ceiling starting to extend their arms down towards you. They're climbing up from the railing where other ships would be docked.
Fuck.
We're out of time, Bex.
Uh, where are we at with the fuel?
The ding of the notification that the fuel is done rings out,
Okay.
and you hear
Let's
a
go, let's go, let's go.
hiss as it
Kick her up.
decouples and starts the very slow process of moving the crane and the hose out of the way.
We can
Oh,
go, right? Like,
we
I'm not
can
needed
move
to
around.
answer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, let's move it double time.
Pick, Bugs, anything you two would like to do?
Just starting to like go.
Okay.
Can I grab an extra fuel canister as I run away? Or is that gonna be too much of a movement?
Make, in fact, I'll have everybody make a speed check.
Oh no. Just gonna roll mine at advantage because someone drugged me.
It is okay.
Oh, God.
Pick is actually not running. They're staying behind.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Distracting picks.
Are you simply standing there? What is Pick doing?
So Pick's eyes sort of quickly scan around the room, quickly noting the speed of her their crew members and the speed of the creatures, and calculating the percentages and chances that they will make it versus injury, and not liking the odds. Will stay back and light every light that they have on them, and is going to like play back that recording that they had heard earlier when they first came into the ship. That was that sort of like dial-up sound,
Okay.
at the loudest volume that they are able to play it at. But before they do this, as their friends start running, they're just like, please remember your breathing exercises.
Hey, let's get the fuck out of here. We can't leave without you. You need to fucking move.
Pick is now a beacon of light and is just emitting this screeching sound.
Come on, Bex, we can't save her now. We gotta get the fuck out of here. If she isn't gonna come, we gotta. You know, I don't like to leave anybody behind, but
Damn it.
she's the only one that's replaceable. Come on, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
You all dart towards the door. One of you more of a drunken stumbling.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
arms now fully extended up over the edges of the catwalk, reaching out towards you as you're running.
I would like to be firing as we
Oh,
go.
absolutely. I imagine it's just a constant stream of fire.
Peeling off.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just drunkenly running. We
The door hisses open. You all step inside and get one last look at Pick, who is just covered in these abnormally lengthened humanoid arms and hands, and is just not being attacked, but being drug backwards. Are you closing the door?
Yeah. Closing the door, starting the launch sequence.
Can I take a shot at Pick?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Just a mercy shot. If this is what she's heading for, if I can save her some pain. I don't know if she feels pain, but
Um,
that's
They
gonna
do
miss.
but I will say, because I put this on my thing, they do have a patch on them. That says that it's that risk of electrocution symbol.
Uh-huh.
So I'm wondering if when Ray shoots them, if they can like explode.
Oh, there is a mixture, a volatile mixture of your natural fluids, the oils, the coolant, all of the different chemicals that flow through your body now mixing with this ichor. That as those last moments of seeing Pick before the ship decouples and starts backing up out of the docking bay, there is a jolt of electricity that travels through the room and momentarily showing you the dozens of humanoid like creatures that are descending onto Pick before they are just a fireball of sparks and shrapnel and light.
Over the short range comm. Just before that, they're like, "Goodbye, friends."
You're the best of us.
With that, the ship pulls out of the docking bay, and those large ceiling doors close. Your ship is fueled. You have a few weeks, at least. I will quickly go over to Bugs. Will you make one final body save?
Hell yeah, I will. I failed.
There's a sensation of and like your that feeling you get like when your arm falls asleep and then it gets the circulation continues and it's kind of like that stinging tingling feeling where you're missing that arm. You can now feel that shooting up to the elbow, up to the shoulder, and there's about a half an inch of growth from where that arm was severed.
Go to my lab
Okay.
and record it all.
Okay. Then mining team Echo with the XO, Staff Sergeant, and the Doc, minus one pick. You sail off into space, into the night sky, into whatever refuge you can find. And that is where we will bring it to a close.
Ooh, a happy
I'll be in my
ending.
bunk.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Pick,
Oh.
no.
I know.
You just
It's so sad.
didn't want to go into the waiting area, huh?
No.
I wanted to go so badly.
Is that where my explosives were?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
God damn it.
There were certainly a lot of bodies in there.
Good,
Oh,
we did not go there.
but
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for watching. If you're catching us on the VOD or on YouTube, thank you. We love you. And, maybe come check us live next time. But,
yeah.
I feel like I've talked enough to put everyone to sleep. Why don't we switch over here to Sam? Thoughts, opinions, projects you're working on? What you got?
Yeah. Hello, I am Sam. Tonight I played Pick, the personal integrated companion. That was a lot of fun. I absolutely love horror and sci-fi and space, so this was right up my alley. And then to be able to get to do it with these wonderful people and Hooper as a GM storyteller was absolutely amazing. I've had a lot of GMs, and I could definitely say that Hooper is one of the best. So
Oh,
make sure you check out The Lost Caravan and Sir Hooper 55. Um, Other than that, you can catch me on Sundays with these fine folks, with Jen, with James, playing Pathfinder Age of Ashes for Hooper, and Mitch also occasionally make appearances as fantastic people they are. Other than that, I don't have anything until the last week of January. Well, I will be running a one shot of Upriver Downriver, which just finished on Kickstarter. Super excited for that game. But yeah, our season on Weave the Tale will begin January 24th. So make sure you check out our Twitter for all of that up to date information and what we will be doing and happening. We always have casting calls up. So yeah, just check it out.
yeah. I second all of that. And we'll jump over to Mitch, the insane doctor.
Sam. Yeah. So, thank you guys for showing up. I am Mitch, also known as Mitch S. Bustillos on Twitter. Usually I cosplay. I wasn't able to do it today, but usually I'm more dressed up and stuff for it. But other than
Yeah, I feel
that,
like
huh? Yeah, this was unrelated to this event. This was just something I was doing earlier.
Dude was already
Um,
wearing. It was weird.
yeah, this is just like,
oh, this old thing.
yeah, like, oh god, yeah. Other than that, you could find me on Weave the Tale, running Shadow Run, which will be Fridays at 3 to something around Friday afternoons, PM-ish, as we do Shadowrun 6th edition. And then we have an all POC Pathfinder 2E campaign coming up on Weave the Tale, where we will be using the new multiverse app or web thing, which will allow us to do like these cool towns and like sprites and everything. It's amazing. Definitely check it out if you haven't before. And then other than that, I will be in a masquerade game on Weave. But you can find me anywhere else doing game design, marketing, and all sorts of fun stuff. But yeah, that's it for me. Everyone enjoy
Heck,
tonight.
heck yeah. Then we'll pop over to Jen, the EXO.
Hi, I'm Jen. I played Bex tonight. Having a great time reliving the trauma of watching people that she was in charge of die horribly. And that was a good time. So yeah, I am at Savage Sparrow on the internet. And savagesparrow.com is my awesomely website of nerdy apparel and accessories. I stream Pathfinder every Sunday with most of these people. I also on some Mondays am on the Star Trek campaign that's starting back up on the Rook and Rasp. So please check that out because Star Trek Adventures is super super fun. And yeah, I mean, I will probably see some people at conventions and things because that's what I do for a living.
And
Heck yeah. And last but certainly not least, Mr. James.
Hi, everybody. I am James. Really, I don't have much social media or online presence other than with these fine folks over on Penny for a Tale. I will be joining in with the new season over on Weave the Tale with a series of Blue Rose one shots run by Ian James, who is also spectacular. Absolutely love playing with him. So yeah, like everybody else said, check us out over on Penny on Sunday nights at 8:30 Eastern time for shenaniganery and poorly made decisions for all of the feels in the world. We are level 19 now, so shit's getting crazy. Yeah, and so many feels, all the feels. Yeah.
Always.
So, Hooper, thank you so much for letting me play at your table.
Heck
Happy
yeah.
belated birthday to you, my friend.
Aw,
Us
thanks.
Captain Corn's got to stick together. And yeah,
I
I really had a great time tonight. I hope I get to come back soon.
It was an absolute blast to have you guys here. You are all as amazing as I ever could have hoped for. And yeah, it was so much fun getting to psychologically torture all of your characters. Absolute blast. I did
Have amazing dreams.
I want to give a quick shout out for a whole bunch of follows. We got Styron with an X. Let me scroll up. I know there are
Penny for a
more.
tail.
Penny for a tail.
Who's that?
I was
It's
already following.
me.
Thank you very much.
I unfollowed so I could follow again today. And I will unfollow after this so that next time I'm on, I could follow.
Venom, thank you for the follow. Drueth, Scratch Mark X, Caffeinated Alien, Looney Shaz. I think Purple Phil, you followed before. I think Osiris gave a follow. Thank you guys so much. We're doing our dangdest to grow on this super amazing platform we found with these super amazing friends, and you all make it possible. But with that, I want to bid all of you a goodbye, a good night, and we'll see you next time.